Hello. All right, here we go. Let's just start with oil, just because. Um, Not much. This is the hourly coming down. Um, I'm waiting to see if this is an A, B, C correction, or if we're going to go down here. What works here is um, a hidden divergence where you have this low and you have the RSI, and then you have this lower RSI, but a higher price. So we'll see. Um, Again, that looks like it could punch down again, and then that would be fine. But eventually, I'm looking for this to move back up. I think we're about done going down. Let's see on the 4 hour. Yeah, some more on the 4 hour, some more selling. But it should be wrapping up fairly soon. Yeah, fairly soon. Still bullish. I'm still bullish on the weekly, definitely on the monthly. See, we just were outside of the Bollingers, so we had to sell back in. But the Bollingers are wide open. We're still ready to go up. It's just waiting. Another catalyst. Well, it doesn't really need one. It has them. It's just waiting for it to play out. There's VIX. VIX should be getting close. Could come down here and touch 1930. Let's see what we look like on the hourly. No divergence yet, so probably another leg down. Right there, that would be perfect. Last I looked, the NASDAQ was still bullish. Yeah, still okay. What about the 5 minute? Could drift down and then back up, but I'm looking for this to top soon. The beige book gets released today at 2 hours before close. So we'll see what that is. That's the beige book is the Fed's notes. So it's the meeting notes. So we're going to see what it's all the data that they get. So we're going to see what inflation data they're looking at and what they think of the economy, what their numbers are showing. Just on the cues here, I think we're coming back into the loading zone for shorts. We're out of the Bollinger again. That's 2 days. Now the Bollinger, rather than closing up, it started widening out. So that means volatility is increasing in this. So the moves are getting more drastic. And that's probably because you have people shorting it all the time. Um, my preferred way to short this right now is just slowly pick on SQQ as this jumps out of the Bollinger, and then UVIX and other VIX instruments, and then oil, and I wait. Because I don't believe this. This hasn't priced in the damage that oil has caused, or the strait has caused to oil, which will cause everything in the economy to go. Well, first it'll be inflation. That's the first thing we're going to feel. And that should be coming in pretty soon. They say 6 to 8 weeks from the start. So I think that's Monday. And also on Sunday night, that is when Trump's lifting sanctions on Iran ends. So we get to see how the world reacts to that, because China and Russia and Japan and all sorts of people are getting oil from that area. They're paying the toll and they're going through. And now Trump has threatened other countries' ships, but China and I don't think Russia's gone through yet, but Russia's there. I know China's gone through. China basically just said, mind your own business and stay out of ours. So that's a giant firecracker waiting to explode. In more interesting news, Taiwan met with China for the first time in 10 years. So that's interesting. That's my dark black swan event, is that Taiwan comes out and says their new preferred partner is China. And then you hear the largest bubble pop on the planet as Taiwan Semi cuts us off. I give that a fairly, 20% chance sometime in the next couple of weeks if this war keeps going on the way it is. Because we're really affecting Taiwan. They get their oil, their energy from the Gulf Coast. So they're not happy with us. Okay. Let's look at some energy. Let's look at what was red. Below the 50 MA, but on the Bollinger, and it shot past the Bollinger. So what do we look like on the hourly? Not a real divergent. Maybe we get another down day that I can pick at this. I don't recommend it. This is a tax nightmare. SLB I would definitely buy if we were getting the drop in this. This is the top holding of OIH, which is one of the best charts that there is that I can see. Just overall. That is a great looking chart. Ready to push up. I think these are false breakdowns, but we'll see. we'll see how tomorrow goes. That'd be awesome if it shot down here to 387, 388. If we just had like some kind of panic sell, that'd be great. Phillips 66 all the way down here. This should be about the range where these should start picking up. Baker Hughes. Those Bollingers are pinching too. I tried to buy Indo look good. I did buy Indo today. Yeah, that looks good. I think this is getting ready. Hopefully it gets above that 200. BTU I tried to buy today and it would not fill my contracts. I tried about 10 different ways. I think it holds in here. Obviously, I was trying to buy it, but I was trying to cheap out apparently. There's Halliburton. Again, I think these are getting close, if not already. PBR, I always like. Below 20, I really like. EC, I always like. Down 4% today. I'm sure I had some orders fill. PBR. Oxy down 4%. Maybe a little divergence. I mean, it's not jumping out. I think we need a spike and a drop, another one. Rig down 7%. Again, it doesn't worry me when these drop. My average is so low, and I've sold calls on these that I'm not worried when they drop. I just get ready to buy more. Another 7% down. All right. Hopefully it opens near there. Now, what did flip yesterday was uranium. EU, I looked at the other day. I thought it looked good. I thought all the uranium looked good. UEC, this looks great. This looks like it's getting ready to push again. What do we have on the daily? Above the 5, pushing the upper Bollinger against the 50, so we're against resistance. Hopefully it blows through it or it gaps above it. Either way. Just outside the upper Bollinger. So I would expect a pullback. Yeah, that looks like a bear flag. So maybe we drop again and then run. But that was a big run the last 2 days. Now the hypers had a great day. Bigger open. Now what I'm thinking is we get another drop, or I'm hoping that we get another drop and then we start ripping, because we just shot out of the Bollinger today. That was the problem. We opened above the 50 and way above the upper Bollinger. So you knew they were going to start selling that down. So now that we've sold down, hopefully we can, well, we might sell down a little lower. 1120, 1130 is what I thought. And then we can start ripping up, or we just gap and go and really start to push these Bollingers. We'll see. They really need to start widening out and see the lower ones starting to open, so volatility is increasing. This one's pinching still, so this one looks like it's ready to pop. Again, it's against that 50, so if it can push up past that, that's going to be what that equates to, is short covering, because you've got people that are short against this. So if it pops above it, it'll blast up, or should, or could, I should say, like this. Popped up. SMR had a great day. I said yesterday I thought it had bottomed. Oh, that didn't even touch the upper Bollinger. I thought it did, but no, it stayed below the lower. I expect us to fight above that at the mid, I should say, and then get ready to start lifting, because we have broken out here now. It looked like it was going to yesterday. It looked like it was just poking out, and so now it's my official. That's broken out. Nano, same way, and same thing. Just hit the 50 outside the Bollinger. These all just got really, really bullish, just like I thought they would. Excellent. And it's all about energy. All about energy, because oil is no longer reliable. So you need new energy sources. Let's look at qubits against the 50. And that looks like it's broken out. So we'll see what qubits does here. I still don't like that bottom. I don't like that bottom. Not like I like uranium. Not like I like this. I guess that's essentially the same. I suppose I'm just partial to uranium. Because quantum running right now doesn't make sense to me. Unless it's a solution for something. Well, I know it's a solution for lots of things, but I thought that was future things. Huh, this might be LAES. That looks great. That reminds me of SGML. I think that's getting, yeah. It was that day. Hopefully we get a pullback, get another shot at SGML, some options. Again, that looks like it's breaking out also. And that. But I don't like those. What I do and don't like doesn't really matter, though. GSAT I thought was topping because it's in that space section, but it apparently it took Rocket Lab went up in sympathy and ASTS dumped. Planet Lab was just down. ASTS had a big down day, which was good for me, down 10% because I was short this. Yay me. Okay. UMAC, look at that. It's getting ready to pop, I believe. Look at those Bollingers pinching. We're above the mid Bollinger. We're above the 5MA. We are below the 50. So that's I think that's the catalyst that might pop us like a pimple. If we can put pressure on that and explode out of here. See if the hourly gives us a better clue. I mean, even if we do get a drop, I think I still want this. As long as it holds. They are. The mid is pointing down, so I do kind of want to see that turn up. But yeah, I'm definitely interested in that. What did I see in ASTS? Where is that? That's going to drop down here to 76 or so. Awesome. Triple D. This, I believe, is a war play now. I didn't know that. You Amy, I thought was good. Still looks good. That's the rare earths. So I should look at USAR. That's a similar chart. They're all very similar charts. They just had, I mean, they're just getting jammed up. This one's below the 200. But again, if we start popping that and then breaking this, I expect us to go to 26 pretty quickly. Right. Let's just look at the cues just on a 5 minute. Still think it's kind of pushing up. Let's look at yeah. Uh, Still expect it to go up just a little bit longer. Have energy drop a little bit longer. Oil specifically, not uranium. I want that to run. I mean, it can drop tomorrow, but overall, I want that to start popping. But yeah, that's where I like. I like energy and small amounts of VIX and SQQQ as the market climbs. I think this weekend is very dangerous for the market. I don't think Trump tacoing is going to do much good. And with that, be safe out there. And as always, good luck.